Hey, what's up YouTube? It's Bobby Heath for another video for MLB 2K9 vids. Alright, so it's going to be game 3 of this 3-game series for with the Mariners and the Orioles. And so we are going to get that started right about now.
A pair of AL clubs, the Baltimore Orioles and the Seattle Mariners. 2K Sports presents Major League Baseball. And one of the game's best hitters. We'll see him in action today. Safeco Field, this day game for the Seattle Mariners. Thursday afternoon, that means Major League Baseball on 2K Sports. Gary Thorne along with Steve Phillips.
Alright, so it's going to be Eric Bedard starting in this final game for the Mariners. He was part of that big trade that I was talking about earlier in the 2007 offseason with the Mariners and Orioles. Adam Jones went to the Orioles. He was on the Mariners. Nelson Cruz, I believe, was a part of that, or that might have been a 3-team trade. And a couple other players. Alright, the 80-mile-per-hour slider is a called first strike. These two teams back in 2009 were in similar positions, kind of rebuilding. At least to start out the year, the Mariners did contend, and then they looked to contend the next year, but then that just didn't work out for them. And then now they find themselves in the same position. They're both rebuilding yet again, and then about from 2012 to 2017 they had successful seasons. The Mariners did have a successful season last year, however they fell apart. They had a great start, but then they completely fell apart, and that just extended their playoff drought to now 18 seasons. And that's now the longest playoff drought of any Major League Baseball team. It was formerly held by the Toronto Blue Jays for about, I believe, 22 years. And the team second closest to them is the Miami Marlins at 15 years. Excuse me, 16 now. Foul ball. Looked like he caught that, but that was foul. Alright, Bedard's 0-2 to Jones. Here comes. Fly ball to Ballantine. He'll make the catch. That's going to end the inning. 1-2-3 inning for Eric Bedard. It's going to be Brian Mattis starting for the Orioles. So both teams had their left-handed lineup, or their lefty lineups. So a lot of right-handed batters in their lineups. Guys, you didn't see the first two games. Alright, his Torres is going to throw out Ichiro, so 2 pitches is the first out recorded for Brian Mattis.
And sponsored by State Farm, let's see how the Mariners look in their lineup. And let's do a little scouting report here, Steve. Who are you looking at?
Well, they're hoping to get some offense from the veteran Ken Griffey Jr., one of the sweetest left-handed strokes ever to play the game.
Gutierrez at the plate.
Here's Franklin Gutierrez playing in center.
Bases
A
empty.
guy who did not see action the first 2 games, as there's a platoon in center field.
Pull the curveball out. This guy really struggles with it when he's behind.
0-2. Brian Mattis, possibly a pitch away from his first strikeout. And there it is, Brian Mattis' first strikeout. He doesn't waste any time, really. Getting a 1-2-3 3-pitch strikeout of the second hitter that he faces, Franklin Gutierrez. Nice job by him.
Now we'll show you how the Orioles are lined up around the field.
Their defense is not really a strength for this club. They've committed to
So Nolan Reimold is in left. Big left fielder. He had kind of a short career, however, at least moderately successful, but he retired, I believe, after the 2016 season. A lot of players are retired now. Here's Beltre with a base hit up the middle, so that's the first hit of the game.
Even if they don't score this inning, getting a man on base and extending the inning may help them the next time around.
Valentina, White, runner on first, 2 away. Slider just misses, 1-0. 1-0 now. And he takes a strike.
Mattis doesn't throw hard, but he has good control, and he really mixes up his pitches pretty well.
Keeps him close at first.
So hopefully in Game 3 we can finally get a good pitching matchup. Or not a good pitching matchup. You know, good starting pitching performances.
Swung on and hit. And Jones.
All right, so first and second. So I believe no. This would be the first time that the Mariners score in the first inning, but they did have the lead the entire game in Game 1, and the Orioles had the lead the entire game in Game 2.
Here's the pitch. Just missed with a fastball, 1-0.
So Ken Griffey Jr. looking to get his first RBI of the series.
Slider just misses the block.
Slider little outside 2-0.
With a player like this is the leadership from the experience that comes with it. It really rubs off on a lot of the young players within the organization.
Strike 1.
Called strike.
True, that is very true.
A real tough season in 2008, over 100 losses all around. And a big part of that were their failures at home. They just did not get it done at home.
Up the middle, and yes, that is going to get the Mariners the lead. Valentine's going to get in a third, and Ken Griffey Jr. has got his first RBI of the series. So Mattis was cruising along. Here's Mike Morse. He was cruising along in the inning, getting the first 2 outs and a strikeout on 3 pitches, but now he's surrendered 3 consecutive hits.
Well, working on the 0-1 count now.
I think the hitters are going to be looking for that powerful four-seam fastball today. The problem is, even when you look for it, if it's located properly, it's tough to hit.
Oh, what a drive.
Center Jones. He's going to get there. Nice catch by him. That's going to end
Well, some early
the first inning.
across in the first. The Mariners lead it 1-0.
All right, here is Ty Wigginton seeing his first at-bat of the series. I don't know if any of you guys have seen The Office or not, but he kind of looks like, honestly, basically exactly like Michael Scott's friend Todd Packer, the actor from the Anchorman series and The Office. So Gutierrez gets that in right away, so that's going to hold Wigginton to just a single. He doesn't run well to begin with, but that's going to hold him at first.
Hit in the air to center field. Gutierrez, as he hauls it in.
Alright, so they get done with Huff pretty easily. Now it's going to bring up the powerful left fielder. The right-handed hitting Nolan Reimold, who's a rookie on here as well. Curveball, a little outside. You got to be careful with him. He has pretty good power. Alright, so that's 2 down, 2 pop-ups, and 2 outs. Ballantine, just like the first inning ended, a fly ball over to the left fielder Ballantine. So that's going to end the second. Here's Rob Johnson now, his first game. The guy had never really developed, but he was, I don't know, he had potential, but he just never developed. He also never really even got the chance to be the starting catcher for the Mariners. Here's Betancourt, who's had a nice series. And Mora at the hot corner. They called the hot corner for a reason, and he just spears that one. So, 2 down. We're at 1-2. Mattis looking for his second strikeout to end the second. But Jones is going to make the catch, so no strikeout for him. But first 1-2-3 inning for Brian Mattis. Right, so Wieters, he's also had a nice series, a couple of RBIs. Hits in both games, and I believe multi-hit games. And that curveball plays perfectly, and it gets Wieters out in front, so it's 0-2.
Tried to get him to chase that curve. It's 1-2.
1-2 to Wieters. He checks his swing, so it's 2-2.
No, he did not. And with 2 strikes, he gets another crack at it.
2-2 from Bedard to Wieters. Struck him out.
You have to be able to use your fastball in the major leagues, and this guy clearly can use that fastball, throwing in the low 90s, a very effective pitch.
And we've got his Sturris batting. Bases empty with 1 away. Big breaker in the 0-0 pitch. It's a call strike.
You got the hitter down in the hole. You know he struggles with sliders when he's behind in the count. You got to throw him a slider.
No balls, 1 strike. Here's Bedard. That ends up foul.
Two to his Church from Bedard.
There's a swing and a line drive.
And that's just going to get right past Betancourt. So that's a 1-out hit for his Turris and the Orioles.
He manages to drive a high 0-1 pitch for a base hit. Good patience, good pitch recognition.
Sure looked like the hitter decided he wasn't going to get behind 0-2. He was going to wail.
He was aggressive, no question about it. Got a pitch he could handle, took advantage.
And it's Brian Roberts in the box now. He was near the top of the list in the AL in crossing the plate. And he holds him at first base. First pitch to Roberts. Called strike on the outside corner, 0-1.
Well, he ranks near the top, no question about it. A tremendous offensive player, and a guy that they're looking to have a major impact in this lineup this season.
Line towards second.
Lopez, Betancourt, over to Morse. That's a double play. So it's going to end the top of the third. Bedard is doing pretty well against his forward team right now. We got Ichiro in now for the second time of the game.
First pitch on the way to Ichiro. First pitch, fastball, 0-1.
Well, you want leaders, both statistically and in the clubhouse. This guy is that guy. He can get it done. He got it done all season long.
And he's going to foul it off 0-2. Alright, that's going to be a fly ball to Reimold. 1 away. So Ichiro now 0 for 2.
Catches the inside part of the plate, 1-1.
Pitcher really rearing back and throwing. He's got everything working now, commanding the strike zone with that fastball.
Ground ball to short, and it's Sturris picks it up. So Gutierrez is set down. It's Adrian Beltre in the box now.
He's a real presence in the lineup. One of those great power.
All right, so there are 2 down now. Mattis doing pretty good. And he's going to pop that up. Wieters under it. So that's going to end the third. Bottom of the third over 1-0 after 3. Seattle. Bottom of the third over. Top of the fourth is coming up.